For opposition veteran Chiams See Tong, visiting Karl Marx's cemetery was the perfect idea of a date with his then girlfriend Lina. 38 years ago, the couple had just met at a dance party in London where Mr. Chiam was working as a lawyer and Mrs. Chiam was a nurse.
She was very fair-skinned and wore a bright red dress.
But the idea of visiting Marx's cemetery did not bother Lina, who would marry the dashing lawyer 2 years later.
In a way, I also learned something. Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I would just say, "Oh, okay lah, go." And so, but he did ask me, "Who's Karl Marx?" I said, "I don't know." I wasn't keen in politics and all this.
Lina was 24 years old then, and Mr. Chiam is 14 years her senior.
So when he came back, my father thought, "Is he a divorcee?" and all of that.
During an interview with the Straits Times and Razor TV, Mr. Chiam also revealed a little-known skill, palm reading, which he demonstrated on Straits Times reporter Jeremy Ao Yong. But Mrs. Chiam said he did not use that skill to woo her.
No. I tell you, any other romantic girl will not think of marrying him. London days, I have told so many times, he buy the carnations. I thought, wow, the day was Valentine's Day. Wow, for me, happy and one nice big bunch. The next thing he spoiled by saying that I wouldn't have bought it if not for the lady downstairs selling, because she sell it, I buy it for charity.
In 1976, Mr. Chiam decided to step into politics and contested Kent Hill constituency as an independent candidate just a year into their marriage.
To be very frank, he went in without telling me in the first election. I just had my baby. He was only a few months old. I was busy taking care of her. Then he said, she came back and said, I have nominated myself to stand as an independent for Kent Hill constituency. I said, what? That's all I said. But I wasn't very sort of scream or shout or ran out or scold him. Because I think being a nurse, I'm very practical. I mean, he already talked a lot about politics in the past, you know. He opened the window for me in that sense. I knew a bit more about politics. But I never know that he's going to act so fast.
Mr. Chiam lost in 2 general elections but was third time lucky in Potong Pasir in the 1984 GE. He is today Singapore's longest-serving opposition MP after 27 years at the helm of Potong Pasir. Well,
in between taking care of my babies, I will help him to sew the banners. We were so poor. I don't know, I must say that there are some very good supporters. They go buy yards and yards of white cloth. And then they will try to, I forgot how they did all the words they put together. Some of them are not in order, not long. So I will use a hand and sew and spray all in my flat. I was living in Newton Court and made it while my baby was asleep.
Mrs. Chiam has been spotted at every one of Mr. Chiam's walkabouts, tending to his every need.
I do go around incognito. Because with him, I lost my privacy. Because he's so quite... sometimes we are like animals in a zoo. When you eat, people look at us. Sorry to say that. You have to look at, you have to smile, you have to behave yourself, and eat properly. But when I go out, I go to hawker center, I go other places, nobody knows me those days. And I sometimes get some feedback and see what's going on, and I will tell him.
Throughout his challenging political career, Lina stood by him.
I believe in marriage is that for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, death do us part. I'm the old-fashioned type, and I worked at it.
That marriage vow took on even more significance when Mr. Chiam suffered a stroke in 2008 that slows his movement and speech. That was when Lina took on a more active role in politics, first stepping up as the vice chairman of the Singapore People's Party, then deciding to contest in the opposition stronghold of Potong Pasir.
To tell you the truth, it just I was thinking about it also, but I didn't want to come out also. But then seeing him not getting well and frail and all this, and I having been with him for so many years in Potong Pasir and serving the residents together with him, and I thought that I should come out, you know.
Usually one step behind Mr. Chiam, Lina is now thrust into the limelight, and that begs the question, between them, who wears the pants?
I mean, see, I respect him, but I think most of the time I get my way. But having been there, I'm a fair person. I'm the type that is fair. When it's fair and when it's right, I would stop him. Yeah. But I wouldn't just say everything I want it for myself.
But Mr. Chiam begs to differ. He insists there is a balance in power. He looks at the big picture while his wife delves into the details.
I think when there are deeper considerations, I usually get my own way. But if it is a day-to-day decision or decisions regarding the administration of the party or concerning certain members, I think he has a say in me.
Mr. Chiam admits Lina is not as politically astute as he is, but acknowledges the huge part his wife has played in his political career.
I would not probably be so well received.
Why not?
Because she is my greatest propagandist.
What did you say? The greatest propagandist.
My God,
How?
that's bad.
What does she do?
She tells too much truth of myself. And usually in my case, the truth are some good deeds. Things that I would not dare to say, she will splash it out.
He says he would not be where he is now without his most loyal aide.
I think so. It's important to have a supporter like that. And I have one. I'm very lucky to have one.